Back to the Future, the return of 90s JDM legends in 2025. Imagine a world where the golden era of JDM cars never really ended. A world where the legendary rides of the 90s are reborn, redesigned, and reintroduced to a brand new generation in 2025. What would it look like if the Supra, Skyline, RX7, and NSX roll out of the factory again today? Buckle up, because we're about to take a high-octane ride through the streets of nostalgia and into the future. The 90s, the age of pure driving. The 1990s were a sacred era for car enthusiasts. This was the time when Japanese automakers decided not just to build cars, but to build legends. Every major JDM brand poured its soul into creating machines that would leave permanent tire marks in history. Take the Toyota Supra MK4. With its bulletproof 2JZ engine, it became an instant icon not just in Japan, but globally. It wasn't just a sports car, it was a cultural phenomenon. Street racers, tuners, even Hollywood grabbed it and turned it into a superstar. Then came the Nissan Skyline R34. Known as Godzilla, it was more than just a car, it was a monster on the track. With its Atessa all-wheel drive system and RB26 DETT engine, it dominated racing circuits and street battles alike. For many, this car wasn't just transportation, it was an extension of their spirit. The Mazda RX7 FD3S brought a unique flavor to the mix. Its rotary engine screamed differently from anything else, lightweight and nimble, dancing through corners like no other. The RX7 wasn't about brute force, it was about balance, finesse, and a connection between driver and machine. And then there was the Honda NSX, a car that shocked the world. Imagine a Japanese supercar tuned with input from Ayrton Senna himself. It combined reliability with performance, showing Ferrari and Porsche that Japan could stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in Europe. These cars weren't about massive screens, AI parking, or electric silence. They were about raw engines, manual gear shifts, and adrenaline that ran through your veins every time you hit the gas. The 90s were raw. The 90s were real. But now, let's fast forward. But what if these machines were reborn today? What if Toyota, Nissan, Mazda, and Honda decided to bring back their 90s icons, redesigned for the modern era of 2025? Would they survive? Would they dominate? Or would they lose their soul? Reborn icons, 90s JDM legends in 2025. In 2025, the world of cars looks very different. We have electric vehicles dominating the market, AI-assisted driving, and strict emissions regulations. But what if, just what if, the kings of the 90s came roaring back with a modern twist? Let's imagine how the Supra, Skyline, RX7, and NSX would rise again. The Toyota Supra, 2025 edition. If Toyota brought back the legendary four Malawi and Kwacha's Supra in 2025, it wouldn't just be a car, it would be a statement. The exterior would probably carry futuristic LED lighting, sleek aerodynamic curves, and lightweight carbon fiber panels. But at its heart, fans would demand one thing: the spirit of the 2JZ. Imagine Toyota fitting it with a hybrid inline-six engine, keeping the raw turbocharged roar alive, but paired with electric motors for instant torque. It would push over 800 horsepower, yet still meet emission standards. The interior? A perfect blend of retro 90s analog gauges with modern digital displays, giving drivers the best of both eras. Nissan Skyline R34, Godzilla reawakens. The R34 wasn't just a car, it was a monster. So how would Godzilla be reborn in 2025? Picture this: a twin-turbo V6 hybrid paired with an advanced all-wheel drive system. The Atessa system would now use AI-based traction control, making it a track beast that can also dominate the streets. The exterior design? Wide stance, aggressive front fascia, and a subtle nod to the iconic circular taillights, but with a futuristic neon edge. And of course, the Skyline would come loaded with customizable driving modes. Want a 90s vibe? Switch to retro mode where the digital dash transforms into old-school analog meters and the exhaust note deepens to mimic the RB26. Mazda RX7, the Rotary Revolution 2.0. If there's one car enthusiasts dream of seeing again, it's the RX7 FD3S. The biggest challenge? Emissions. Rotary engines were fun, but not exactly eco-friendly. In 2025, Mazda could solve this by bringing a rotary hybrid system, the rotary engine acting as a generator while electric motors handle the wheels. This would keep the unique rotary sound alive, while also making it compliant with modern standards. Visually, the RX7 2025 would remain lightweight, low-slung, and driver-focused. Minimalist interiors, a fighter jet-style cockpit, and a design that screams agility. This car would once again be the ultimate driver's car. Honda NSX, Senna's legacy in the future. The NSX was always ahead of its time. In 2025, Honda would push it even further. Imagine a full carbon fiber body, active aerodynamics, and a V6 hybrid twin-turbo engine producing over 900 horsepower. The cabin would be futuristic yet elegant, with augmented reality displays giving live track telemetry. And just like Ayrton Senna tuned the original, Honda could partner with a modern F1 driver to refine the handling, making sure the NSX remains the definition of balance and precision. These aren't just cars, they're dreams reborn. But here's the big question: would the soul of the 90s survive in the high-tech, AI-driven world of 2025? Or would nostalgia be lost to modern technology? Tradition versus technology, the soul of 90s JDM in 2025. The 90s JDM era wasn't about perfection. It was about passion. Raw engines, turbo lag, manual gear shifts, and the thrill of being in complete control. But in 2025, cars are dominated by technology, hybrid systems, AI assistance, and automated safety. The question is, can the soul of the 90s survive this transformation? The raw 90s spirit. In the 90s, driving a Supra, Skyline, or RX7 wasn't just about speed. It was about the experience. The growl of the engine, the kick of the turbo, the sweat on your palms as you shifted gears, those moments defined the JDM culture. There were no advanced driver aids. If you made a mistake, the car punished you. And that's why victories felt so rewarding. When you tamed a 2JZ Supra or nailed a corner in the RX7, you knew it was you, not the computer, that made it happen. The rise of technology in 2025. Fast forward to today. Cars are smarter than ever. AI systems predict traction loss, stability controls save drivers from spins, and hybrid motors eliminate turbo lag. On paper, this makes them faster, safer, and more efficient. But here's the catch: the machine is doing half the job. Imagine launching a Skyline in 2025, instead of carefully balancing clutch and throttle like the old days, you just push a button, and launch control does it all for you. Faster? Yes. But thrilling? Maybe not. Supra's identity crisis. Take the Supra for example. In the 90s, it was a pure street beast. Tuners could push its 2JZ engine to 1,000 horsepower. But in 2025, if Toyota mixes hybrid and electric tech, will tuners still have the freedom to build monsters? Or will the car be locked behind computer codes and factory restrictions? It's a clash between old-school tuning freedom and new-age technology. Skyline's evolution, too perfect? The R34 Skyline was loved because it was wild. Even though it had AWD and advanced tech for its time, it still demanded driver skill. In 2025, with AI-enhanced AWD and predictive systems, the Skyline could become almost too perfect. Perfect cornering. Perfect launches. perfect acceleration. But here's the paradox: perfection kills emotion. Enthusiasts want mistakes, risks, and adrenaline, not just clean laps. RX7, the rotary soul at risk. The RX7 was unpredictable, fiery, and fragile, but that's why it was loved. In 2025, if Mazda replaces its raw rotary with hybrid motors, will the car lose its chaotic soul? Or can they strike a balance by keeping the rotary sound and feel alive while still modernizing? This is the ultimate test. Can nostalgia coexist with progress? The NSX's advantage. Interestingly, the NSX might fit perfectly into 2025. Why? Because even in the 90s, it was ahead of its time, a balance of comfort, precision, and innovation. A modern NSX could embrace AI, hybrid power, and futuristic tech without betraying its legacy, because its DNA was always about progress. So, as these legends rise in 2025, they face a new battle. Not against rival brands, but against time itself. Will they remain true to their soul, or will technology rewrite their destiny? The ultimate showdown: JDM legends versus modern supercars and EVs. 1995 Main, Skyline or Supra Sadcon Cook Kings. The RX7 or NSX NE racing culture KO define Kia. Like an AAJ, 2025 Main, Battlefield Betelgeuse High. AAJ co-rivals Hain, Tesla Plaid, Porsche Taycan, Lamborghini Revuelto. Or Salia High, Kia JDM legends Unhihara Saktain? Acceleration wars. Let's start with raw speed. The Tesla Model S Plaid does 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. Instant torque, thanks to its electric motors. The Porsche Taycan Turbo S pushes brutal launches with AWD and 750 horsepower. Meanwhile, the Lamborghini Revuelto uses a hybrid V12 that combines raw muscle with electric boost. Now compare this to the 2025 Supra, Skyline, RX7, and NSX. Even with updated tech, they rely more on combustion engines mixed with hybrid assistance. Could they match EV's instant torque? Probably not in pure launches. But JDM fans know, drag racing isn't everything. Handling and driving feel. Modern EVs are heavy. The Plaid and Taycan weigh over 2 tons because of their batteries. That weight hurts agility. Enter the JDM heroes. The Skyline GTRS AWD system, now evolved with AI predictive handling, would destroy corners with surgical precision. The RX7, staying light with a rotary hybrid setup, could dance through tracks where heavy EVs struggle. The NSX, always about balance, would merge agility and stability in perfect harmony. The Supra, with Toyota's racing DNA, could outlast supercars in endurance runs. So while EVs win the straight-line fight, JDM legends win the driver's heart and possibly the corners. Emotion versus perfection. One key difference: emotion. Driving a Tesla Plaid feels like being in a spaceship. It's silent, clinical, brutally effective. Driving an RX7 at 9,000 RPM? That's chaos, adrenaline, and soul. Modern supercars like the Revuelto aim to mix both, giving drama with performance. But JDM cars bring something EVs can't replicate: the imperfection that makes driving memorable. Tuning potential, the JDM edge. Here's where things get interesting. JDM cars were famous for being tuner-friendly. A stock Supra was just the beginning. Tuners could push it far beyond factory limits. In 2025, if Toyota, Nissan, and Mazda keep that spirit alive, tuners could unleash hybrids and turbos far past what factory supercars allow. While EVs like the Tesla Plaid are locked by software, JDMs could remain customizable, giving enthusiasts freedom to build monsters that rival hypercars. Street culture clash. Picture this. A Tesla Plaid launches like lightning, leaving everyone behind at a red light. But then, at the first corner, an RX7 slides through with perfect control, its rotary engine screaming. The Supra and Skyline battle neck to neck, pushing the limits of hybrid boost and turbo power. Meanwhile, the NSX proves it can balance both worlds, futuristic yet soulful. This isn't just a race. It's a cultural clash, efficiency versus emotion, technology versus tradition. So who wins? The EVs with their unstoppable torque? The supercars with billion-dollar engineering? Or the JDM legends with raw passion and tuner freedom? The answer might not be in the stopwatch, but in the heart of the driver. The future of car culture: can JDM spirit survive 2025 and beyond? In the 90s, JDM cars weren't just machines, they were a lifestyle. They defined street racing, garage tuning, and a rebellious spirit. But in 2025, a new question arises: can that same JDM culture survive in a world dominated by EVs, hybrids, and strict regulations? The Tuning Revolution 2.0. Back in the day, tuning was simple: swap turbos, upgrade exhausts, remap ECUs, and you had a beast ready for the streets. In 2025, it's more complicated. Cars have hybrid systems, electric motors, and advanced software. Manufacturers lock ECUs to prevent modifications. Emission laws are tighter than ever. But here's the twist: JDM culture always adapts. Just like how the original Skyline GTR and Supra became legends through tuning, today's enthusiasts are already experimenting with electric swaps, hybrid turbo upgrades, and AI-based performance tuning. Imagine a 2025 RX7 with a rotary hybrid boosted to 1,200 horsepower, or a Skyline GTR running twin-turbos with an electric torque assist system. That's the next evolution of tuning. Car meets and community. JDM culture was never only about speed. It was about community. Late night meets in parking lots. Sharing mods and parts. That feeling of belonging to something bigger. In 2025, car meets look different. There are Teslas and EVs parked next to Supras and RX7s. Digital tuning apps let people compare data instantly. But the spirit? Still alive. The truth is, community doesn't die. Whether it's 90s icons or futuristic hybrids, enthusiasts still gather to share one thing: passion for cars. The legacy factor. One reason JDM cars never die is legacy. The Skyline GTR isn't just a car, it's a symbol of Japan's engineering dominance. The Supra is remembered for being a tuner's dream, capable of insane power. The RX7 remains a symbol of rotary passion and lightweight design. The NSX showed the world that Japan could challenge Ferrari. When these cars return in 2025, they don't just compete with Teslas and Lamborghinis, they carry their heritage with them. That's something no EV can copy. What about 2050? Now let's look even further ahead. By 2050, most countries want fully electric roads. Gas engines may be rare, maybe even outlawed. So where does JDM fit in? Possibility 1, JDM evolves into electric legends, lightweight EVs tuned for agility, not just speed. Possibility 2, classic JDM cars become collectibles, their value skyrocketing as forbidden icons of a past era. Possibility 3, hybrid tuning becomes the bridge, combining the soul of combustion with the power of electric. No matter what, one truth remains: JDM spirit never dies. Emotional outro: the heart of JDM. In 1995, these cars gave us freedom. In 2025, they give us nostalgia and hope. And maybe, just maybe, in 2050, they'll still be inspiring a new generation of dreamers. Because JDM was never just about horsepower. It was about soul. It was about community. And most of all, it was about passion that refuses to fade.